Okay, guys, you're welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining for the first time, it's good to have you. Welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how you can trade P2P on Binance. P2P simply means peer to peer, peer to peer trading, peer to peer market. And for those of us in certain countries where we don't have free access, easy access, okay, to crypto and the rest of it. So, peer to peer transaction is the solution, or seems to be like our way out. So, when you want to trade on P2P, you can just go to Binance, open your app. But first of all, some things you should note when you are trading on P2P is, first off, you have to check your currency. Which country are you from? What currency do you use? You have to select that so that it gives you, the market that is specific to your location, because there are a lot of P2P markets on Binance. So you want to trade in the market that is, location specific, that accepts the currency that you're trying to trade, and that you can easily just trade with. Now, in P2P market, you could buy, you could sell. So when you want to change your cash for crypto, you buy. But when you want to change your crypto for cash, you sell. So this is the buy interface. When you open your app, this is the buy interface. So all these listings here and all these names, and you can see different prices, they're all different merchants that are active on the P2P market. And these are the merchants that you can trade with. All right. And then also for sell is the same thing. Now, sell is when you have and you want to sell. Say you have USDT. Now, this is USDT. There are a couple of coins or a couple of assets that you can trade here on USD, on P2P. Sorry, you could trade USDT, buy and sell. You could trade BTC, you could trade BUSD, BNB, ETH, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to use USDT, because USDT is very common, one of the commonest crypto to transact. And it seems like it's always easy. It's one of the that is one of the assets that is easily in circulation. It's easy to get, or it's easy to trade, buy and sell. And plus, USDT also is a stable coin, so a lot of people feel more safe, in quotes, secure, having to trade USDT. And USDT, maybe it's probably because the USDT is just the crypto version of the dollar, because it's an asset that is backed, okay, by to the valuation of dollar. Now, on this market, you could see different prices. Now, some other things you should note when you are trading. Now, how do you choose a merchant to trade with? That is a very big concern that a lot of people have. This is not, I'm not saying that there's any merchant I'm endorsing, but to make it easy, actually, for newbies who are just coming in, you are not sure, you come to this market, there's a lot of people, a lot of figures, you're confused, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it. To help you, looking out for merchants that have these yellow ticks could help, because these merchants seem to be verified by Binance. All right. But that does not mean that you can't trade with other merchants, okay? But to feel safe, okay, and just so that you feel like, I know that thing when you're trying to, like, it's money is involved, so you cannot be too careful. Okay, so merchants with these yellow ticks, they could help. It could just be a kind of like, sound like a symbol, something to help you know who to pick. And that thing again you should check is, look at the trade volume of this merchant. Now, to the right, here you could see some figures. It tells you how many trades, the number of trades that this merchant has completed successfully. And then you could see the completion rate in percentage. That's also something that can help you in choosing a merchant to trade with. Then the next thing is the price. What price is this merchant offering? Is the price favorable for you? Is this something? Now, if you want to buy, you're going to be buying, if you're trading with, for example, you want to trade with Ninja Swags is saying he's going to sell 1 USDT to you at the rate of 563 naira 69 kobo to $1. So if you want to buy, say, $50, you have to, um use your $50. Okay, you have to divide, this 563, divide by 50. Whatever you get is what is the amount of USDT you're going to be getting for this price. Okay, and in buying, of course, the lower the price, the more the quantity for you, and the higher the price, the lesser the quantity. But in selling, the reverse is the case, because in selling, the higher the price, the more money it means for you. So it's just basic plus and minus. Now, I've talked about the number of trades, so that's another thing that can help you. I mean, if a merchant has completed about 4,000 trades, he can't be that bad. If a lot of people, if that many people have transacted with this person successfully, and he has like a high completion rate, and then also I've talked about the price. So if the price suits you, you can decide to trade with a particular merchant. Then another thing again to check is the limit. What is the least amount that this merchant is willing to sell to you, and what is the highest amount? So Ninja Swags right now is saying the least he can sell to you is 21,000 naira worth of USDT, and the highest he can sell to you right now is 46,560 naira worth of USDT. So that also helps you to check. So if you want to buy 10,000 naira, of course, Ninja Swags is not the merchant to trade with, because what you want to buy is way below his limit, the limit price. So, but coming down, you get to see a merchant like Dion Create. Like Dion Create is saying, he has a limit of 1,000 naira, so you could buy as low as 1,000 naira from him. But right now, his highest limit is 3,000 naira, which really doesn't make any sense. But what do I know? Okay, and then lastly, you have to check what method is this merchant using to trade. Like, are they doing bank transfer? Because of course, if you're in Nigeria and you're trying to buy or trade P2P, it's if you want to send money to them, you have to send through the bank. And if you want to receive money, that's if you're selling, and you want to receive cash, it's also going to be the bank. So is this merchant offering is he doing bank transfer? So you could see bank transfer, this very thin yellow line just below. And a disclaimer, please: when you are trading P2P, if you are sending money to any merchant, especially if you're new in this space, ever since the CBN ban, a lot of people have been careful, because a lot of accounts have been restricted just because they had some affiliation or something to do with crypto in one way or the other. So just so that you don't put yourself and the person you're trading with in trouble when you are making any transaction of any sort, whether you are paying, if you're sending money, please, if you're using your bank app, or using your USSD code, or whatever it is you're using to make this transaction, in your description, when you're asked to put in the narration for your transaction, or the description for the transaction, please don't write anything crypto related. Don't write Binance, don't write crypto, don't write blockchain, don't write any of that, because your account is going to be flagged, and the account of the person you are sending money to is going to be flagged. So just to be careful, you have to be guided. So if you're going to do that, the best practice is to just write, I don't know, payment or transaction, or just something very neutral, so that it doesn't feel like you're trying to do some crypto thing when the federal government has said don't. Of course, but it's going to feel like somebody is sending money, just like you do your normal bank transfer from one customer to another, from one bank to another. That's just what it's going to be. But in your description, please make sure to omit anything crypto, blockchain, Binance related. It could cause big trouble. So now that I've said that, you have to make sure that you have also set up your payment. So setting up your payment setting. All right, you have to do that from your setting here, where your account is, and you have to go back to the home page. Now you see this thing that looks like a very small head, this avatar up here. That's where you go to see your account details. Yes, and from here you could set up your payment. So under payment method, here that it says payment method, if you're using Binance Lite, you have to switch to Pro. This is Binance Pro version. So under your payment method, you could click on it. So you see P2P settings, payment method. All you need to add, you just click on it and you add your bank, your bank details, the bank that you want to trade with, or the bank that you want to use to send this money or do this transaction and receive money also. Now when you set up your payment settings, and also for you to trade P2P, you must have done your verification. Now that is what this green tick here means. You must have done your verification. So if you're a new user, you just got your Binance app, you need to do at least first level of KYC, at least first level. It doesn't take much. I think just your email, ID, and just very basic things that you can lay your hands on though. Because if you don't verify yourself as a real user, you won't be able to access P2P services. Okay, back to P2P. So that's it. So you could just pick a merchant and then decide to buy. So when you click on buy, let's, for the sake of this tutorial, okay, we're going to click on buy. Now when you click on buy, this interface shows up, and then you want to buy with fiat. Of course, the Nigerian naira you're using to pay is fiat, so you're going to choose fiat. Now buy crypto means if you want to use another cryptocurrency to purchase this USDT, that's when you go for buy crypto. Then you put the amount. How much do you want to buy? The amount, is it all the amount in your wallet, in your P2P wallet that you want to use, or there's a specific amount? You can just indicate it here, and then you click buy. Now you could see the seller's details down here. It's telling you the payment window. All right, and also there is this note from Binance here, so make sure you read every note. Anything that looks like Binance calling your attention to something, please make sure you do due diligence and read it. Now this merchant is telling you should expect, like transaction. When you make your payment, you expect your assets or your coins in your wallet in 15 minutes. This is the person's nickname. All right, the payment method that the seller the merchant uses, is bank transfer. All right, and then when you click on buy, so say you put an amount here, you click on buy. Now one thing you should know is your spot wallet and your P2P wallet, they are different. Okay, because when you come to your wallet, here, you see spot. This is your spot wallet, but P2P is different. So from up here you can see P2P. You get? So on your P2P wallet, is asking you, view your funding wallet, and a lot of plenty talk, blah blah blah. Just read it, okay? So you know what you're doing. All right, and then this is it. This is how you fund your P2P wallet. So you could move from your spot wallet. So if you have money in your spot wallet, you could move it to your P2P. But if you don't and you just want to buy, fine, you can just go to P2P straight. Okay, where we're coming from, you can just go to, sorry, I exited the app. Okay, you can just go back home to P2P, pick a merchant to transact with. All right, click on buy, put in the amount you want to buy, and just initiate the process. When you initiate the process, another window opens up. Now that window is where you get to see the full details of this particular merchant. Okay, you see the person's full name, sometimes their phone numbers are there. All right, so before you make any payment or any transaction, make sure you contact the merchant. Okay, make sure you contact the merchant either by phone number. If there's a phone number listed there, call the person and call the full name of the person to confirm that this is the person you are dealing with. And there's also a chat box. There's a messaging chat box there that appears, so you could also use it to communicate with the merchant. And then the way it works, when you are buying, make sure that the details, okay, of what you saw on the platform corresponds with the person you were talking to, either by text or WhatsApp or call, okay, or just chat. All right. And the way it works is you have to make payment since you're buying. So you have to make your bank transfer into the person's account. The account will be listed there. Now, if a merchant calls, if you call a merchant, the merchant is saying, okay, don't pay to the account on Binance, I'm going to send you on that account. Please, that's a red flag. Don't do that. Make sure the account that you're paying to is the account that is listed on Binance. All the details are going to show up for you. So please be very careful. Some of these guys are not playing. They're not smiling either. So be very careful so you don't lose your funds. Okay. And after you have confirmed, you make payment. When you make payment on the app, because I'm not buying right now, so I can't really show you, but when you follow the prompt, okay, when you follow the prompt, it's going to ask you to make payment. And after you have made payments, now a window, or there's going to be a pop-up that asks you to confirm that you have made payment. Now, after you have made payment to the person's account, come back to Binance. The transaction is already open. There's already an open order. So all you need to do is just click on the open order where your transaction is being carried out, and click on payment made. When you click on payment made, that you have made payment, the merchant is going to have to confirm it. And after he or she has confirmed it, then the person can now release. Now, Binance acts as an escrow between you guys. Escrow means, so for the escrow, it's kind of like a middleman. So Binance is saying you can use our platform to transact, all right? And we're going to stand as a kind of like a middleman to hold either of the parties accountable. So you as a buyer, when you make your payment and you come back to the Binance app and you confirm that you have made payment on Binance, Binance now records it that, okay, payment has been made, and the other person will be expected to release the tokens or release the coins or assets or whatever it is you have bought from them, you have purchased from them. And there is a window. I think there is a 48-hour or 72-hour window that they have to, comply. And if they don't comply, Binance will now be forced to, make the release into your wallet themselves. Now, also in cases like that, in case you buy, you don't receive your tokens after the stipulated time that you are being told to wait to receive, all right, you could lodge a complaint. You could open a support ticket and complain to Binance. And also you could take screenshots and submit as proof of transaction that you did, but you didn't receive anything. And support to see what they can do. Now, that is for buying. When you want to sell, say you already have, so you say, for example, you did a very good trade, okay, on Binance, and you made profits, and you want to cash out your profit. So your profit could either be in USDT, BTC, BNB, BUSD, or ETH, because those are like the underlying assets by which people trade other altcoins for. Okay, so now if you want to trade either USDT, BTC, or any of it, it's already in your wallet. So what you need to do is you just come to sell. When you click on sell, it asks you also what assets do you want. So for this case, let's say maybe you want to cash out your BNB. All right, you click on BNB. So you could also see the rates. Now, this rate means this is the amount that these sellers are willing to buy this BNB from you. All right, you are selling now, and each of them have given you their prices. So Hezix is saying that he can buy from you at 558 naira per dollar. Meanwhile, Moritones is saying he can buy at 563 naira per dollar. Okay, so you have DAI. Okay, this is for DAI, sorry. And this is for BNB. Okay, so BNB, Ola Mercy is offering to buy from you, at 247,026 naira per per BNB. Okay, so if you have one BNB you want to sell, that's the amount that this person is offering to buy from you. So you're going to be selling, if you choose any of this amount, meaning this is the amount that you want to sell at, you feel like it's a fair deal for you, so you want to sell at this amount, then you can just click on sell. So when you click on sell, so we're going back to USDT to make it easy. Now Ayola is saying that he's going to buy from you at 696 naira, 95 naira, sorry, per dollar. That is, remember what I said in the first part when I was talking about buying, things to look out for. So those things also apply. All right, the number of trades that has been done with this person, what is the completion rate, what is the amount that this person is offering, all right, to buy from you. So do you think it's a fair deal? Do you think you're making a fair deal selling at that rate? And also, what is the limit? What is the least that this person is willing to buy? And what is the highest? So Ayola is saying that if you have as much as or as little as 400,000 naira, all right, to sell, he's willing to buy it from you at almost 700 naira per dollar. All right, and if you have as high as 1 million naira to sell, he's willing to buy at that rate. But Safe Trade Fast Payment is saying he doesn't have as much as 695 naira, all right, to offer, but he has 573 naira to offer. That is if you're going to say, okay, his own limit doesn't even make any sense. So let's look for somebody else who has good limits. Oh, so it's just a bunch of like heavy figures here, but just so you know and you have an idea. Okay, James is saying James has completed 221 trades. He has 84.35% completion rate. All right, he may not have a verified tick, but I mean he has completed quite a good number of trades. All right, and he's saying that the least amount that he could buy from you is 1,000 naira, and the highest he could buy is 3,000 naira, and this is the rate that he's willing to pay. 565 naira is what he's willing to pay. So these are the things that you check out for, and the process is the same, just like when you buy. So you just click on sell, and this time around you're going to be asked, because you want to trade crypto for fiat. All right, fiat is your normal naira, dollar, British pound, euro, and the rest of it. And then this one is saying that so you have to put amount. Okay, how much of the crypto or how much of the USDT do you want to sell at this rate? All right, and you select a payment method. Now you are the one who is selling and the person is buying from you, so of course you're going to select maybe bank transfer. All right, so these are my details. So that's I get to set. So the thing with the payment method is you could have more than one. So if you want to update your payment method, you want to add, so you have 2 or 3 different account numbers. All right, and there are times that you want to use them differently, so you could enlist them as your payment methods. All right, and then now look at the payment window, this transaction. So the person is saying that from the time when you initiate this transaction to the time of delivery, you should expect like a 45 minutes window. If it's cool with you, you can go ahead and sell, but if it is not, you could go back and look for somebody else. Now, terms of this person buying from you, the person says, please stay online to complete your trade within 15 minutes. Also, payment will come from any of these accounts. So the accounts that this person could pay from is listed here. So these are other things that you could look out for. But 45 minutes is a long time. I mean, we don't want to wait for 45 minutes. Okay, so let's check Majestic. Even though Majestic is offering like really high figures, but let's check Majestic. Okay, so we want to sell to Majestic. Majestic is saying the least that he's going to buy from you, according to Majestic 2 has a payment window of 45 minutes, but that's also another thing to look out for. But if the payment window is good with you, most times it doesn't really stay up onto that. Okay, it's just an estimated time. All right, because by the time you place that transaction, the person might not be available, okay, at the time for you. Okay, so but they'll always be notified that there's a transaction. I mean, they're merchants, this is their business, what they do all the time. So they always notify them that there's a transaction waiting for them to complete and the rest of it. All right, so this person is going to make payment to you. Now, in this case, when you are selling, don't rush. Don't be in a rush to release the funds until you have received money in your bank account. Until you have received the alert, you've checked your bank account, and then the money you're expecting from this trade is sitting there like I'm breathing. Don't go ahead and release the tokens, because the moment you release tokens, what you're saying to the system is, I have received payment, and as such I'm releasing token. If the person ends up not paying, there's nothing that they can do about it. It's going to take a very long time to resolve the situation. That is, if they are even going to resolve the situation, because I mean, you've already said that you've received payment. Releasing tokens means you've received payment. All right, so be very careful and don't always be in a hurry. Make sure you receive the money, you check your bank account, you check your balance, and it has reflected before you go ahead and release tokens. You confirm, all right, that you have received payment, and then you release tokens, and then it's going to be released to the person's wallet. All right, so I hope that this was going to be a very short video, but I feel like it has taken longer than expected. But these are just basic things, okay, that you should know when trading P2P. There isn't so much about to P2P. So please, if you found this video helpful, if you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe, okay, and also hit the bell, so that you can always get notifications of new videos, or and new content that will be posted. And also share, please like, all right, and share with your friends. And thank you for staying with me and listening to my plenty talk.